Get into this particular video right here, which I'm only going to be showing a portion of it to deliver my point. Now, what you are seeing is on the right is old Prime Minister Mulroney, and on the left, commentary news anchor for CTV News. And it just so happens that Mr. Mulroney is calling on O'Toole to drop the unvaccinated Tory MPs mandate stuff, wants everybody to be vaccinated, is pushing it as a leader that every party should have everybody vaccinated. Now, listen to this little speech he says afterwards, in which he describes back in his time talking about how and what they would do if somebody didn't agree with what they wanted to do. And it just demonstrates the audacity and the intimidation process that the liberal parties will go to grave lengths to stop anybody from stopping their agenda. Allow me to roll the clip.
Extremely controversial during the election, as you know. In the building behind me, which you know really well, there's now a mandate that all MPs have to be vaccinated. This has been a difficult issue for Conservative leader Aaron O'Toole. He doesn't like that they've been forced to do it, but he's going to abide by it. They've been flipping and flopping back and forth. I just want to know, if you were the leader, given the situation, if you were a Conservative leader, would you say all my MPs have got to be vaccinated, end of story? Is that, what would you do in that situation?
Well, of course. That's leadership. That's why I was there. That's why the leaders are there. I mean, who am I to argue with tens of thousands of brilliant scientists and doctors who urge the population desperately to get vaccinated? And we're going to have some.
First of all, you need to know if their information they are giving to you is 100% accurate.
Members of my caucus, for example, who are going to say I'm not going to do it, they have to do it. Look, Mr. O'Toole has a difficult challenge because of some of the components of his caucus, and I respect that. And I respect what he's done to try and deal with it. But I've encountered situations like that when I was a leader of the party and Prime Minister. For example, there were two members of Parliament who wouldn't support the GST. Out they went. There are others who wouldn't support language issues. Out they went. And so I think that the answer to your question, the simple answer, is look, you're not the leader to follow. You're the leader to lead. And if you think this is in the national interest, Canada's interest, you get your members of Parliament in line, and they have to support what you're doing.
And you've been in a vibe.
All right, now I will continue with my jibber jabber about what he just said right there, because honestly, I do believe in leadership, ladies and gentlemen. But I do believe in human rights, and it is our right to not be intimidated by the mobs that got all the money and say, if you don't get the mandates, we're not going to give you any more money. That goes for you too, people that are on the welfare system. This is how they're going to get their money back from you guys as well, because eventually they're going to start taxing your welfare checks even more than they're already taxed. And yes, they are taxed. Disability, I don't know. You see, people who have disability is pretty much classified as a guaranteed income here in Canada. But I'm pretty sure they'll be affected too through Medicare and everything. It's all about process through the system. They use the system. They're using the system against the public and using it as threats systematically. Now, you can sit there and say, I'm wrong, but you'll see if things keep going the way they're going. I believe that O'Toole is doing the right thing. And the rest of the parties out there who have a problem with that, you know what? Just hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butts. That's all I'm going to say to you guys out there who have a problem with mandates, who have a problem with people who do not want to get vaccinated. Okay? Drawing the line right here. We're not going to be intimidated. We're not going to be separated from you guys. We're not going to be treated as though we are, what do you say, aliens or extraterrestrials or bums or ants for you to crawl all over or stomp on. It doesn't work that way. I don't understand how you guys can jibber jabber and keep going on the way you're going without going through all the proper fucking information first. Obviously, I've been doing all my work. I've been keeping up all this time for a long time, and I'm not here to toot my own horn. I'm here to speak my mind because that's just the way it is. I am Canadian here, so this is my say. And I lived through your system, Mulroney. And I'm actually kind of surprised to see you. How you doing, bud? Long time no see. Now, we've never met, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, but I grew up during his era, and it can explain a lot.